Hi, today in Walking in Discipleship, we're going to go to the place that's the wilderness. Jesus just left the glory of his baptism and the revelation of what happened in the baptism. But in Matthew 4, 1 through 11, we see that the Spirit of God sends him off into the wilderness. And often this passage is referred to as Jesus's temptation. What I would like for you to know as we go into this, the word peirazo, which is the word for temptation that is used, it actually means to make proof of or attest. So as his baptism was proof of his sonship, we're going to find that even in what is called the temptations of Christ, it's meant to reveal the proof of who he is. This is what we're told in Matthew 4, 1 through 11. So the Spirit of the Lord led him off into the wilderness, and for 40 days and for 40 nights, Jesus was tempted by Satan. And he had come to the place where he was very hungry. When Satan came to him and said, "If you are God, turn these stones into bread." And Jesus said, Scripture says, "Man does not live on bread alone, but he lives on the very words that come from the mouth of God." So then Satan took Jesus to the highest point in the temple and took him up there, and he had him look down, and he said, "If you are the Son of God, throw yourself off, because Scripture says that he will command his angels to guard you, and your feet will not even strike a stone." And Jesus responded by saying, Scripture says, "Do not put the Lord your God to a test." So then Satan took Jesus to the highest point in a mountain, and he showed him all the kingdoms of the world and all their glory. And he said, "If you bow down to me and worship me, I will give you all of this." And Jesus responded, Scripture says that we are to worship the Lord our God alone and serve him. And at this very moment, Satan fled him, and the angels came and they ministered to him. May God honor the telling of his word. I think sometimes in our minds, we have this idea that when we struggle with temptation, that it's proof that we don't belong to God. But what if we turned our mindset and thought of it this way? The struggle of temptation, or the test that we might go through like Jesus did, is actually revealing the proof that we belong to God by how we respond. Now that's something worthy for us to think about as we are walking in discipleship with Jesus. Shalom, y'all.